night with a joystick as his guide. Diving deep, nowhere to hide. Driving that truck down the lane, street lights flicker a haunting flame. Community's cheering out his name. In this race, there's no one to blame. Set that kitchen on wildfire, turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. Set that kitchen on wildfire, turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. He's the flyer. Chasing shadows in the light. Every challenge feels just right. Game's not over till it's bright. Lokes in it for this fight. Neighbors knocking, hear the blast. Another adventure in the past. Laughing harder, the night's vast. In this moment, he'll make it last. Set that kitchen on wildfire. Turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. He's the flyer.
Where is it going?
Tower, Korean Air 5 with you, runway 1 left.
Delta 2558, runway 1 left, cleared to land.
LaGuardia ground, Brickyard 4553 with information India, requesting push and start.
That's this plane over here that just requested push back. This plane's backing up without the tug. Without the tug. That's one way of doing it. Oh wow, I am like blocking both sides. Okay. Those towns, when you see the that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen, Cordair. That did not happen, Cordair. What is that guy doing?
What? You guys seeing this part right here?
Do I have a customer on fire? I have a customer on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Holy heck, if my air strafing skills were not on par, I would be dead right now. I think I'm gonna just sit right here. Oh. Goodbye, Locke.
Ah! I think I overshot it. Oh shoot, now there's two of them. Oh, they can! They can! Oh my gosh, they can climb! No! Get away from me! I'm a horrible shot, I know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What troubles have you all been causing over the weekend? Oh, we know Biker's been causing trouble. Definitely he has been causing trouble. That's what Biker does. Biker thinks they are first to cause trouble today. Are you sure about that, Biker? Are you sure about that? And then we have Live Rosen over on YouTube. What's up? How you doing? So over the weekend I got the last the other fields harvested. Right now I hired an employee to cultivate this field. This field needs to be cultivated. So here's the problem. I'm at $1,000. I'm gonna probably need to borrow some more money, huh? Yeah. What's my loan interest? $2,666. Oh boy. And the best time to sell this stuff, wheat in January, I should get $32,000 in January. And oat in January, $42,000. Oh boy. Cerealia thinks they are second to cause trouble. Are you sure about that, Cerealia? Are you sure about that? Hi, Cerealia. How you doing? Missed you Friday, Cerealia. Oh wait, you did show up. You showed up, yeah. I'm not Biker. Not sure what time you left. Oh, hold on, I need to do this. I just noticed that the sell point was right there. I'm not sure what time you left on Friday, but we did capture the guy that I was chasing. Although, well, other people captured the guy that I was chasing. Friday evening? Careful! How you doing? What troubles have you been causing? My gosh. So I'm $800,000 in debt. I only have $1,000. And the best time to sell some of the product is January. I guess what I could do, because one of the things I could do, well, we haven't discussed this. I could sell this land for $300,000. If I sell $300,000, that would help me get a new piece of equipment. Definitely help me get new pieces of equipment, but no. It's why a certain someone ran over a spike strip. Yeah, I ran over a spike strip. Where you live, it's 85 degrees outside. It's supposed to be a high of 88 here today. So it's currently 71 outside right now. but it's supposed to be high of 88. It's going to be a warm week. Friday, the high is supposed to be 92. Oh, that reminds me. So Wednesday, my stream will be a bit later. I got something to do in the morning, so won't be able to stream until roughly 12 noon Pacific. And then Friday, I probably won't be streaming until the evening because I believe the guy's funeral is on Friday morning. So I got an employee out there working, cultivating this field. Although maybe I should start cultivating so that he stops taking my money and wages. But this is going to take a long time because it's a huge field. This is a 13.77 acre field. This is a 13.61 and this one's an 11.34 acre field. So the planter I have it can do a bunch of stuff, but the only two items on there that I can actually harvest is sorghum and soybeans. Which both are able to plant in April. Okay, gotta wait. Great. Are there any contracts? I need money. Cultivating. There's a cultivating contract down there. Okay. I don't really want to do dead wood. Here's fertilizing and fertilizing. Harvesting. Ooh. It's spinach. Okay. Harvesting carrots. That's a long trip. Field 72. Spinach, okay. Peas. Spraying, wood transport, okay. Let's get this. So I might, okay, 31, I'm over here, so I gotta go like that, okay. I might be doing a 10-12, with somebody, finally. 2 months after becoming Leo, I might actually be doing 10-12 with somebody. Say hi, Mom. She's standing next to me. Hi, Cerelia's mom. I hope you are not causing as much trouble as Cerelia does. Oops, did I just say that out loud? I think I just said that out loud. Oops. Nope, she does not. She don't cause any trouble. I saw Lucas doing whatchamacallit, American Truck Simulator yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay. So have you started doing her hair yet, or is that coming later? Just got to get her hair did. Later. Sorry, I whenever anybody talks about, you really want me to cultivate this field? Really? Okay, I guess we're destroying this crop. It's blurry. Not a worker. I'm gonna do it myself. It might be the bit rate that's going to YouTube. It's telling me that it recommends a 68 kilobyte bit rate, which I'm sending it to YouTube at, but YouTube's only getting 48 kilobytes, so almost half. So it could be that. I'm not sure. Give me a second, I gotta put this on. It's not bad, it's just a little bit noticeable. Yeah, it might just be the bitrate thing issue with YouTube. Let's see, unfold. Lower, and let's go. He wants me to destroy this crop here, unfortunately. So. How's your weekend, Rajan? What? You watch people cause a lot of trouble? I mean, if I had better internet options than where I live, like right now, I get advertisement for like flyers for other ISPs, but they can't actually service my area. They don't service my area, so it's like, why are you giving me flyers for this? It's been pretty good. I am still off until next week, though. Still going. How was yours? Mine was okay. Bit tiring. I did not expect to do a 5-hour stream Friday night. I was expecting to do 2.5 to 3 hours. Oops. I blame Biker for that. To be fair, I blame Biker for almost everything, so... We finally got fiber in my area with the electric company. Didn't mean enough for 24 years. I went to bed before you were done. It's your fault. Well, you went to bed while I was still waiting for a tow truck. And then not only that, because I was the initiating officer on the traffic stop, I had to fill out the arrest report as well. Even though I wasn't involved in his arrest. I messed up on the text. I meant we didn't have internet in my area before 2025. Oh, really? That's unfortunate. Yeah, my area, it's like I get advertised, like I get flyers for deals for like Spectrum and Frontier and Google Fiber. The problem is that when you call them up and you give them my address, they're like, oh, we don't do service in that area. And it's like, well, why are you putting flyers on my door? Frontier is good, but they go down a lot. You probably live in the country like me. No, I don't. I live in the city. I live in Southern California in the city, the LA metropolitan area. It's just Frontier service area is roughly a mile to the west of me. Google Fiber is not really in my area, yet they're putting flyers on people's doors. The one thing what do you use it right now? One thing I hate about AT&T Uverse is that even though I'm paying for a certain speed, I'm not always getting that speed. It's like, why am I paying this much for the speed and I'm not getting it? Shadow, how you doing? What troubles have you been causing? The other thing that I don't like is the control box near me is not battery backed up. So when there's a power outage in the area, we lose internet. Even though I myself have battery backup in my house, I don't lose power. But if there's power outage in the area, the control box loses power and then we lose internet. T-Mobile has pretty good internet now. I'm not sure if it's good enough for streaming. Especially to Twitch and YouTube. I think it's fiber. I wonder what area they are in. What crop is this anyways? I didn't even check. And it's withered. That's why he's having it cultivated. You can't if you harvest it, you're not getting anything out of it. So, might as well just get rid of it, so you can plant something else. Hopefully, you'll harvest that one in time. How do you like LA? I thought about moving to San Francisco, but I've seen the rent prices. LA's rent prices are a lot cheaper than San Francisco from what I understand. I've been thinking of moving out. You know, I lived in North Carolina for 2.5 years, and I enjoyed it to a point. But now, since the company that I was working for outsourced my entire department and let me go, I've been thinking of moving, but I just haven't. I really just haven't decided on where to move to. I got Boney Net. Technically, I should be able to get fiber, but my building isn't hooked up properly. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I think me and Elby are underneath the blanket over there. I mean, the weather's okay. The thing that I'm looking for is a place with low humidity, because my doctor said that the best thing I can do to get rid of the air fluid discharge is live in an area with low humidity for a couple of years. I live in Texas, but planning to move soon. I work in North Dakota most of the year, though, so I don't want to drop $4,000 a month in San Francisco if I ain't gonna be there much. Oh yeah, damn. Let's see. I think there's a place near me that is like a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. That's like $250 a month. I just know that my niece was looking at apartments now that she's 19. Damn, that's cheap. Yeah. It's like my niece and her boyfriend were looking at apartments now that she's 19, and the problem is that they have is her job just cut several people, and so she was the one that got cut. And his job, he went from working 32 hours a week to 16. So they're not going to be able to afford rent right now. I have looked at moving into the city, but rent prices right now in my area are retarded. He is now working the bare minimum hours to get medical benefits, and my niece was working 24 hours while both of them are going to college. And she was one of the ones that got laid off. So. The job market sucks right now, unfortunately. I know that when I lived in North Carolina, I lived in the Raleigh area. There was places for rent there that was like $750 a month for what, 1,000 square foot apartment. We work about 15 hours a day. Tell her if she has a car, she could do DoorDash. That pays right. She she does work. Well, she does have a car. I mean, some people suggested DoorDash to me, and my only problem with it is that there's a lot of people out there that will cancel the order so that they don't have to pay for it, and you are out how much money. It's like you see stories about people doing that with Uber and Lyft. Like they get the ride and then they get in and they cancel the ride so that they don't have to pay. It should be. I think the video that I saw, I know the person got arrested, and I think it was arrested for trespassing on the Uber Lyft one, but the DoorDash one, I don't know. I mean, you can't find a place in the city that's under 1,000. I live in the middle of nowhere, a shitty building, just to be able to afford to live. In New York, I think it's called cab jumping or something like that. Yeah. Laws are different from area to area. I just don't know what... the DoorDash ones, like people are complaining, but I don't know if anybody got charged with doing that, and I don't know what type of crime it is. The video that I saw of the lady that got was it Uber or Lyft? I can't remember which one. And then she got in and then canceled, and the driver's like, "Dude, lady, get out! You canceled your ride, so I'm not driving you." And they got into an argument, and he sat there and called the cops, and the cops came over and arrested her for trespassing. Oh, I know. It's weird because like you watch like things that crimes that people commit and things that they do, and it's like, why would you? Why? There was a mob robbery in LA not too long, like last Wednesday, and it's like, stores are shutting their doors, like going out of business, because of this type of robbery. So you're hurting the community. Yeah, they was robbing a Reed store. Yeah, there was one of that, but there was also the one that I was looking at, the one that was on the news recently was the mom and pop store, because it was teenagers and they were grabbing everything, including beer. And it's like they were teenagers. They probably weren't old enough to legally buy beer. People don't really loot in Texas. Yeah. Probably because just about everybody in Texas has a gun on them. Here, it's like you're allowed to have a gun, but you have to have a concealed carry permit. If you're out and about, but if you have it in your house, and you don't need, you just need a permit. Yeah, they removed the requirement to have carry license now. Anyone can carry. Yeah. From what I understand, like one of the criticism about that law that when they removed it was that even felons can carry. Like, okay. I'm down to $400, dude. That person I hired is expensive. I need this money from this contract. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take out more loan because my loan interest is right now $2,600. I think this is a $12,000 contract. 66% done. Jeez. $400, damn, that's a expensive helper. Well, it was at like $1,000 earlier. Let's see, an hour and a half ago in game time. It was like $1,000. So. I better be finding gold in that dirt. Well, the thing is, like, I started this save with $800,000 in debt and only $5,000 in cash that I have. And I was like, oh, maybe I could just sell a field, but in order to do that, well, I could sell, but I just want to make sure that Shrillia and Biker are okay with that if I sell a field, because it's like $300,000 to sell a field. I need to get out of turbine business and into farming. When do you think Farm Sim 2026 will be out? I don't think there's going to be a Farm Sim 2026. So the last Farm Sim was 2022. So the next Farm Sim most likely will be like 2028. And that one will, if they're working on that, it'll probably be out in November of 2027. And by then, I hope I'm getting paid for all the streaming and YouTube videos I've been publishing. Mia, if you snore any louder, I'm pretty sure the whole world will hear you. Did you see the Battlefield 6 trailer, and what do you think? I did not see the I did not see the Battlefield trailer. I haven't played first-person shooters much in a long time. I used to play Counter-Strike a lot. The problem is that, let me turn this off. Okay. The problem is, like, when I found out that people were cheating by making sure I was sitting on one side of Gamers Asylum when we played, so that there was a mirror so they could see my screen. When I discovered that, that was like that just made me quit playing first-person shooters. Because it really takes the competitive out of it when you do something like that. Damn, you have a ton of them to catch up to. Yeah. I mean, I played Counter-Strike, like, the last time I played Counter-Strike was like 2002? Black Ops 7 is coming soon. But it's like Madden, they release the same shit, yeah. I think the last Battlefield I played was 1942. And I have played Team Fortress 2. It's just, it's just the constant cheating that you find people doing in competitive games like that just makes me not want to play. That was a year after you were born. Yeah, I'm 42. I'm 42 years old. They can't cheat anymore, at least on PS5. I'm sure they can on PC. Yeah, I don't have a console, so I used to have an Xbox, and that was mainly because I was playing in a Xbox baseball league. And since I no longer talk to the people in that league, I have no reason to have an Xbox anymore. How are you going to play GTA 6 though? I'll wait till it comes out on PC. That's what I did with GTA 5. I mean, it came out to PlayStation, Xbox, and then like a year later it came out to PC. So I waited. Because you know it's going to come out to PC. You're pre-ordering that shit? Yeah. I do have patience. I used to teach teachers how to use a computer. I worked at 3 different school districts. I used to have to teach teachers how to use a computer and how to. I still have my Xbox controller. Yeah. No, the last Xbox I owned was destroyed when my house was on fire in 2016. Yeah, IT professional, yeah. I mean, there's good things and bad things about it. I mean, having to having a student throw up in the computer lab was a bad thing. That's pretty dope. We almost do the same job, but I'm in wind turbine tech. You probably built your own PC, yeah. Every single desktop computer I've had since 2000, I've built myself. In fact, this computer I built in December of 2019. It's like I keep wanting to build a new one, but I just can't justify it when I currently have no stable income. I ordered all the shit for my gaming PC, but I hadn't tried putting it together. I went over to a friend's house because her kids wanted to build a computer, so they got all the parts they needed, and I went over there and just supervised them. Just like, yeah, that's it. That's what you do. Yep, correct. That's correct. Nope, don't do that. Right into the tree. Okay. Well, I'm gonna miss a little bit, but that's fine because I don't have to do the complete field to get 100% complete for some reason. $159 in cash right now. I need to hurry up and finish this field so I can get the $12,000. It's a bit laggy just going like that. Bit stuttery on my screen. Alright, it says finish. Okay. Contract complete. Collect. Done. Oh, it was 17 grand. Okay. Got some money there. Let's see. Bell wrapping. Oh boy. $23,000 to cultivate that field. Let's do this. Cause now that I got the money, I can get somebody to do it. Oh my gosh! Look at this thing. Oh no. Yeah, so you. Field 124. Where's field 124? Way over there. Okay. So go down one, second intersection turn, go all the way down to the end. Okay. I still haven't seen the school bus around. I don't know if there are any on this map. Are you using any mods? Yes. Yes, I'm using some mods. I have the precision farming mod, but I'm not currently using it because I don't have any equipment for it, for my farm. There's, let's see, there's a bunch of different mods. I think I'm using like 25 mods. The tractor, the harvester, and the cultivator and plow that's on my farm right now, they're all modded. They're all mods. Cruise control on, so I don't have to hold down the drive button. Somebody behind me? Oh, are you gonna pass me? I guess you're not gonna pass me. Am I planning on playing the new Mafia game? I've never played any of the Mafia games, so... Don't mind me, I'm just cutting through this field. I guess I would have to take a look at it. Do you plan on playing? Okay, I haven't played. Saw that. Fraternal thinks they are third to cause trouble. Are you sure about that, Frat? Are you sure about that? Thank you for checking in, Frat. What troubles have you been causing, Frat? Don't say none. We know you better than that. You're still there? Do I need to get like over some more for you? I mean, this map I'm on is a modded map. I would play 1 and 2 first. They remade them. The story's great. It's not open world. Okay. Oh, that's... I don't know. It's only if I'm interested. I'm not really buying anything because I don't have much of an income right now. after the company I was working for outsourced my entire department. And the fact that, bruh, who did that? Beach, how you doing, Beach? What troubles have you been causing? I've been really picking what I buy. Oh, come on, Beach. Don't say none. We know you better than that, Beach. My gosh, this is a huge map. If you want a job building a PC, let me know. I can't get it built. It's sitting in my closet for 2 years. Oh God. Is there someone else in the chat? I can't see him. So you're on YouTube, and Beach and Frat are on Twitch. Their chat should be popping up on the screen. Okay, nobody knows. You thought you were losing it? No, Biker, I'm not opening up. You can stay out there. I couldn't even know you could do both apps at the same time. Yeah, you can. Don't mind me, I'm going through someone else's field. I don't know whose field, but oh well. Turn this way a little bit more. Let's go. Cut the gap right there. Have you done farming in real life? Sorta. So I lived on a cattle farm till I was 13 years old. Cattle Orange Grove farm. So when they would move the cattle from one field to another, they take the tractor and like cultivate the field that they were on just to spread them cow manure to help the grass grow a little bit better. When I was 16, I worked on a field picking peppers. It sucked. Yeah, they taught me. I learned how to ride a horse at a young age. I was driving a tractor at, what, 8 years old? 7 years old? I was driving a pickup truck. I was like 11 driving the pickup truck, so. And then we had orange groves. We'd have workers that I would only see when it's orange during the harvesting time. Yeah, the 1930 John Deere tractor was hard to drive at 7 years old, but it only had like 5 levers that I had to worry about. Where the modern day tractors that you see now have like a billion buttons in it. I'm exaggerating there, but no. In fact, hold on. Let me get this to the field. think it's this one over here. My gosh. Dude, if I had the mod that would destroy crops on neighbors' farms as I drove through it, my neighbors would be pissed off at me. Alright, we're here. So you see this tractor? This is almost exactly what the tractor I drove looked like. Although it wasn't like freshly painted, it was like rusty with old paint. And there was only a couple of levers I had to worry about. The stick shift was right there in the center. There's a lever right there. There's two levers right there. There's also a lever on this side too, but it's not modeled in this tractor. So this is a mod that I got to play. That harvester back there is also a mod. But this is almost exactly like the tractor that I grew up driving. That looks like a backhiller. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The world may never know. Yeah. Oh, this one's going a little bit faster. Nice. But you're not going to the park, the furthest field away. Actually, I wouldn't know because it didn't have a speedometer on it. I wouldn't know how fast it would go. Alright, this one is going to this field. So here, and then start cutting through. Okay. They got air conditioning and radios. Oh, I know. It's funny because there's a what YouTube channel is it that there's a farmer, I believe in Montana. I believe they are in Montana. I could be wrong on where they are. They could be in Dakota for all I know. But you know, he has this YouTube channel and he has his like son and daughter both working on the out there. Like the son was out there in a harvester, and he's like playing music and talking on the radio to his sister. Probably Dakota. That's all they do there. Yeah. The daughter's driving up with the tractor. I mean, the son's probably 13 years old. The daughter's probably 10, 11 years old. I'm looking at this going, jealous? Jealous? She's in AC. I never I've never driven a harvester though. Wind farms are taking a lot of farms out there though. I get the thing is, like, from what I understand, not a lot of young people want to do farming anymore. They want to do other stuff instead of farming. field. This is like a really strange field. Okay. Let me take a look. This is Wither Triticale? What the? Yeah, farming doesn't pay much. We start our guys at $30 an hour now. No experience. Wow. My first job was working at a grocery store, and I started at $7.25 an hour. No experience, right? And my first IT job, I started at, was it $23 an hour? Which in 2004 was pretty good for the first IT job you get. If you ever want to climb, we are hiring. And damn, how is that? Well, back in 1999, $7.25 was pretty good. Back in 2009, you could, if you work at least 24 hours a week at $7.25, you can rent a 1-bedroom apartment by yourself. Rent prices really didn't start increasing until the housing market crash in 2008. That's when the rent prices started increasing. The home prices jumped, and minimum wage just stayed the same in most places. They recently raised the minimum wage here in the state of California, which is probably why a lot of places are cutting staff, unfortunately. And look, if I didn't have arthritis in my arm, my left arm, I'd probably take you up on that offer. I did a lot of climbing in IT to install Wi-Fi routers, to run cable through the ceiling. When I worked in North Carolina, we had radio towers at the schools where I climbed up to disable them because we were no longer using them. So minimum wage in Texas is $7.25. Yeah. When I started working, minimum wage in California was, I believe, $7. Maybe it was $7.25, but I just know that my first wage was $7.25 an hour. When I left Albertsons, in 2003, my wage depended on which department I was working. I was working in 3 different departments, and so it was where I was working depended on what my wage was. I get my gas at Costco, and it's $3.49 right now per gallon. Although the gas station between Costco and my home shows $4.75 per gallon. So depends on where you're going for your gas. It's $2.40. Yeah. $4. Oh my lord! I know it. I have a picture. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to dig for it. Da, 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 da. Nope, I thought I posted it here. Oh no, I know where I sent it to somebody. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, I'll do this later. Never mind. I know it's not on my phone, so I can't show it. I can't look at it through the phone. It's on my old phone, which I don't have. May just leave the Mustang home? Oh gosh. What are you gonna farm? So, here's the thing. This small thing right here is the planter that I have that I can use. The problem with it planters is that you see what it can plant right here. So that's corn, sorghum, sunflower, soybeans. The harvester that I have can only do sorghum or soybeans. So I can't do, I think this is sugar beets, I think this is cotton, green beans, and I don't know what that one is. Did you get that planter from 1972? Well, it's a mod. It is a mod. It says mod right there. Just like the plow that's right there. It's this one. It's also mod. And the cultivator is also a mod. The harvester mod can do just those right there. I would say soybeans. I think they pay better. Yeah, they do. That planter will never break down though. Let's see. Nope. Yeah. So April I can do sorghum, soybeans, but here's a thing, and I've brought this up. I could sell this land for $334,000 and upgrade my equipment. But I'm doing contracts just so that I can pay the loan interest until at least January, because I'll get $80,000 from the harvest in January, when I pull them out of the silos. And this, I would love this on my field right now. This one would be fine too. This small cultivator, which, yeah, is the type of cultivator that I was using. Yeah. It was about that small compared to the, no, I think it was like one more row. No, I think it actually had 3 rows of spikes going down. I wonder if we have a picture of it somewhere. The problem is that the farm is no longer there. And even if it was, they probably would have sold it gotten rid of everything. Does your harvester have a pipe on it, like where you drive the trailer beside? That right there? That's what he's asking about, right? Considering that I've never driven a harvester, I wouldn't even know what it's called. I mean, it's unfortunate that a lot of farmers are selling. We need the farmers. We had cattle, and orange groves, and the whole land was sold. That's why we moved off the farm when I was 15, 13. I mean, 15. I remember driving through New Mexico to get to Colorado, and all you see for miles is green beans. Yeah, it's New Mexico is a fun place. I've been there a few times. Do you remember the story about where Alex Baldwin's movie was filming at? The what is it called? The Rust movie, whatever I think it was called. Yeah, I think it was called Rust. I think it was a camera operator that died during the filming. That same ranch I was at in 2012 filming filming some what's it called, shorts for churches. So I was part of the film crew, but I was also the lead actor in the film series that we were doing. He was 6'2", I'm 6'3". He doesn't know how to ride a horse. I do. So all the horse riding shots, I was wearing a green suit underneath like the clothing that he was supposed to wear, and riding the horse around. And when we got back to the church, we set up a saddle on the stage and filmed the shots of him behind green screens, so that we can dub him into where I was. The worst part about that is that we were there in the middle of February, so it was freezing cold. thing about it was that it was sunny. It was sunny for most of the time that we were there. We had a little bit of cloud here and there, which was fine. And the day that we were leaving, it started raining as we were leaving to head home. Why would he play a cowboy if he can't even ride a horse? You know, that's a good question. I don't know how how it came about, but it was like it was my church, the church I was at, and what 4 or 5 other churches where we did all the production work. One church supplied the horses, and a couple of other churches supplied some actors, actresses. And the guy that did the main character was actually from our church. I don't know how he became, but it was kind of funny when he's like, he's never ridden a horse. He's standing there next to the horse like, I've never ridden a horse. I don't know what to do. And there's all these other guys who's standing there that's like, what? Most actors that ride motorcycles for movies, TV, don't even know how to ride them. It's all for money, yeah. Well, they weren't getting paid. It was all just for church. You just get on, hold on, and it's not that hard. Actually, that was the last time I actually rode a horse. I'm doing okay, Careful. How are you? What troubles have you been causing? But this one's almost done. How are you doing over here? Yeah, you got like a little funky field, so you are finally on the headlands, and I can switch you over to the other field. Well, Biker, yeah. There's an interview with a guy named Noah Weil. He was doing a TV series that he needed to ride a motorcycle on. So, and he'd never ridden a motorcycle before doing that TV series. So they sent him to like a school so that he can learn how to ride a motorcycle. And he said during the interview that he kept telling his family that he wasn't actually riding a motorcycle in the show, that he's just sitting there and other people, it's like on a track that you don't see the track. He refused to tell his family for years that he actually learned how to ride a motorcycle. Do you mean Sons of Anarchy? Because the main dude was terrified to bike. Noah Weil was on, what show was it where like aliens came down and he was part of like the Massachusetts, I can look that up. Nope, that's filmed. Falling Skies. Falling Skies. Just been busy. with getting school ready. Ah, yeah. When did that come out? 2010? 2011 to 2015 is when it was. You can probably find it on some streaming service now. How close are you being ready? How close are you to be ready for school? Careful. Ooh, contract's finished. Get rid of that contract. But 23 grand. I could use that money. AI worker HILDE has stopped working on the spec fleet. Vehicle was removed. Oops. I would love to ride a motorcycle, but I think I would stick with the walls and airbags. I think the closest I've come to riding a motorcycle would be a dirt bike. A quad, not a dirt bike, a quad bike. This guy don't miss a good speed. What other contracts are there available? So we got cultivating up there. I just really need to bell wrapping. And then there's harvesting. 51 grand to harvest. Ooh. It looks easy in the straight line, but it's the turning that looks scary as shit. Yeah. So what's funny is my grandfather served in the Marine Corps, so he knows a lot of he knew when he was still alive. He knew a lot of bikers. And some of those people that he served with, we would be at a bowling alley bowling once every 2 weeks. Just gonna drive down this road. There's nobody behind me. Cool. I still haven't seen the school bus. Midge will be happy. Yeah, well, you want to take a guess in which biker group these bikers I was bowling with were part of? At the time, I didn't know anything, but now, like, it wasn't until I think I was in middle school when I found out, like, yes, that group, when I found out, like, how bad of a reputation they have. I was like, oh, well, the dudes I bowl with seem cool. At least when I was bowling with them, they seemed cool. But outside of bowling, the only time I actually saw them outside of bowling was at my grandfather's funeral. They're just misunderstood, just joking. Mr. Misunderstood. Almost done. Just my only worry is that the new people coming into our school are going to bother my dog. Yeah, I'd say that they will. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that they will. You have a dog in the school? Yes, she has a service dog. Oh, that's harvesting. I want to do. Let's get this one going. You're way up there. Okay. Need to borrow. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I mean that. Ooh, another one of these. What is it? Articulate tractors. It's a working animal, not a stuffed animal. That's what I tell them about my dogs. They're working. They are working on keeping me calm. Right, Mia? Right, Elvie? My dog would go on a biting spree. One of mine would go on a licking spree. We call her the lick monster. The other one will slowly approach you, and the moment that she sees movement, even if it's not from you, it could be from somebody around you. The moment she sees movement, she jumps away. She is a bit skittish that way. Imagine a dog actually working instead of being carried in a tote bag around Target. Oh gosh. My two dogs are Dachshunds. Well, one's a Chihuahua and one's a Dachshund Chihuahua mix. The Chihuahua is a licker. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. German Shepherd. I want a Doxy so bad. Oh, my last two were both Dachshunds. Dachshunds. Name it Slinky. I have a feeling that's a Toy Story reference. I could be wrong though. Would y'all ever own a Great Dane? No. We had a Great Dane on the farm. We had a couple Great Danes and a couple German Shepherds on the farm. No, but I have had an Irish Wolfhound, so pretty close, yeah. Oh, darn it. Oh, darn it. Okay, I guess I'm going this way. I'm going to turn this way. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Midge, I've yet to see a school bus on this map. Which I know makes you happy as happy can be. You've been keeping a close eye out for them too. I'm watching you, Locke. Read and drive much? Yes. Actually, Midge, I've been complaining about the school buses in my area because there is the rebate stop sign, and the school buses have been blowing through them. They're not stopping at all. It's like, And sometimes they have kids on them. They're just blowing right through the stop sign, doing whatever speed that they're doing. Scary. Alright, so we got that one started, so I can go here and get this one started. I'm just doing all these contracts so I can... Most school bus drivers around here are dick. They try to pull in front of you. Well, I know that when I work, the school district I work for in North Carolina, one of the bus drivers and I were talking, and he was saying that they are very strict, like, with his driving. Like, even when there's no kids, even when there's no kids on the bus, like, they review all the videotapes as soon as he gets back, and he'll get a phone call, like, we need to talk tomorrow about your driving, you know, you ran this stop sign here, you know that you're going a little over the speed limit at this point. So it just depends on the district, I guess. Let me run through this field. 102 is up this way, right? Ah, shoot. Am I going the wrong way again? Yeah, 108. Okay, yeah, I'm going the right way. Kind of, sort of. I mean, biker, that was a theme of my Friday night stream. I kept going the wrong way. Damn, I wouldn't want to work a job that videos you. I guess it's needed. I'm glad that, like, at least at my last job, I had cameras in my office. I'm glad about that because we had an employee, like, I had to discipline him because, you're on call today. You're on call this weekend. Your company trucks only have dash cam. Your sense of direction is atrocious. Yes, it is. It's really bad. So I can't speak. At my last job, we had people that were supposed to be on call, and we had this guy that whenever there was a problem, he'd get a phone call and be like, "Yeah, I'm not the one on call. You need to call somebody else." And it's like we have email records of him acknowledging that he's on call this weekend. Then he's saying that they are professionals. They know what they're doing. Oh gosh, I can't speak. So, like, we had emails of him acknowledging that he's on call that weekend. So one day, I had to write him up for it. So he went to HR and said that I was being racist to him. And HR, like, said, "Okay, where was this happening?" It's like, I was giving him he said that I was giving him a write-up in my office, and they pulled up the cameras from my office and watched the video, and like, okay, at what point was he being racist? He even sued the company after he was fired, saying that we were racist to him, and the company went to court, said, here's a video, at what point were we racist to him? So he lost that. That's fucked. Yeah. I mean, he was there to do a job. He didn't want to do the job. Racist because he doesn't want to work. Yeah, that's what it was. He would always say that he like, we're here in Anaheim. The office is in Anaheim. And there's a problem. He's on call. He gets a phone call. He'd be like, I'm not on call. That's why I'm in San Francisco this weekend. But we have emails of you acknowledging that you're on call this weekend. BRB, one of my butterflies, is it ready to be released? It's Just Joe, how you doing? What troubles have you been causing? And don't say none. Actually, I don't know you, so I can't say that we know you better than that. Alright, so got that one going. Next one. Oh, Farm 8. Oh my gosh, that's a... Do I need... No, I don't. Another one of these. Nah, not today. Scroll out a little bit. Ian feeding tails. Ian? Well, I was feeding tails about Ian to Drew. Actually, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. Although I'm thinking about doing a short video about that, where I was joking about Ian's gas station being on fire, and then like a few minutes later, there's a call over the radio that Ian's gas station was on fire. We do 3 months off and 2 weeks on, but if there's an emergency, they call my ass. But I ain't about to sue the dude. We'll never get another job. He always says that you're up to no good. I always say that he's up to no good, and he says I'm up to no good, and I would say that we are both right. Biker, I need a GPS for Grand Theft Auto with your voice. You idiot! You're going the wrong way! Turn left now! I currently own 3. And it's called VC Voice. Well, if Nate and I do a 10-12, I'm gonna see if he wants to drive. Like, hey man, you drive. My chat complains about me not knowing how to get around. Oh, Biker. Gotta ask. How'd you like the video that came out yesterday, Biker? Was there a scene in there that you were elated about? Did you watch Ian's stream where he was stuck in a tree? No, I did not see that. Darn. I guess I'm gonna have to watch it. I need to... If I was going, you know, what, 19 miles per hour in this tractor and hit a tree that small, would it really make me stop? Did you not see that I posted a video yesterday, Biker? Yeah, I think he was on a multiplayer and got stuck on a tree. He's probably on a... If it's recent, he was on TRP server. I didn't get to finish watching it yet. So there was no... You haven't seen a scene that made you elated yet. Okay. Yeah, the collision will stop you dead, even for small trees. Yeah, it seems so stupid, but oh well. This guy's almost done cultivating this field. But now that I have some money, I can go here. Where's my farms? Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh, no, not that. I gotta go to here. Precision farming. Purchase soil information. Yes. Purchase soil information. And purchase soil information. Okay. That'll help a little bit. Oh, this was a farm sim with Farm and Jade. That was Saturday. I was there, but not for the whole thing. I was in and out. I was the one. I came in and said, "Dude, what the fuck? Why was I not invited? Come on, man." You doing farming with friends and I was invited? I guess I'm not a friend, huh? Just hurt my feelings, Ian. Uh, 171 is the next one. Oh no, that's this one right here. Nope, that's not this one. This one's field 8. This one right here. This is 171. I never get invited anywhere. Hey, I invited you to be a 10-12 Civ ride-along. But then you said that, no thanks, I don't want to die in a car crash. Oh, wait. I invited you to do... actually, no, you were the one that put that together. Never mind. Alright, what other contracts are there? Wait, no, down here. 27. That's not too far away. I'm just trying to get enough money so that I can make it to January. It's a weird looking tractor. Okay. And at least get to January without having to take out even more loan. How's work going, Biker? Hey, Biker, did you ever finish your plan for Friday? You're at the garage? Yeah, he had asked me if I wanted to do an MP and help him learn to farm. But I was busy with my wife all weekend. Oh. I mean, I was a bit tired over the weekend, well, on Saturday. Yeah, I wonder why I was tired on Saturday. Oh yeah, could it have anything to do with the 5-hour stream I did Friday night? Can you imagine if I just did county that Friday night? I probably had logged off earlier than I did. No, you didn't finish it? Oh. Oh well. Garbage is that bad? Oh, I'm sorry. You said garage and I read that as garbage. Garage is that bad. It's funny how I walk the dogs and I know that several of my neighbors have so much stuff in their garage that they can't park their cars in their garage. And I'm like, why not? Come on, man. Clean out your garage so you can park your car in there. Hey, Elby. What's up? Special office on a McDermott high dump bucket. What? Hold on. I want to see this. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. I just had to see it. Oh, it's also charging me for fuel because the guy that's cultivating is also automatically buying fuel. That's right. Let's unfold. You're unfolding the park right here. Go ahead. Lower. Let's start going. I don't park my vehicles in the garage. Well, you can't because it's so cluttered, right? My Trailblazer is in my garage. It's more of a workshop anyway. Oh, yeah, people do that. Okay, Locke, have a good rest of the stream. I need to try and get a video finished, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, Jess Joe, have fun. Cause as much trouble you can. Just so you know, biker, the next video I'm working on there's several scenes. At least 2 scenes that you will be happy about. Stones on the ground over here. I got to watch you drown on Friday. Did you know, you were probably there, but apparently the CNT news guys were claiming that the Weasel news guys were the ones that drowned me. That's the whole reason why I was called to that gas station before I was even able to get back on duty. The CNT guys were claiming that the Weasel News guys with Jeff were not only set the CNT News van on fire, but drowned me. And I'm like, yeah, nobody was near me when I drowned. I didn't see anybody near me, at least. Did you, biker? Because I didn't. I drowned because of my own stupidity. There we go. And Cerelia was not there to see it. There was nobody near you at all. Here's the thing. I don't know what happened to that van that we were looking for. I don't know if anybody ever found it. Although I think that she drove it off the pier, the Del Piero Pier, instead of dropping off in the harbor where we were looking. But that chase at the end was pretty fun. It was crazy. You give NIE subscribe? NIE. How you doing, Rixa? Oh. Yeah, right there. It does stutter for me when I move the camera like this. It's the only time it seems to stutter, like if the vehicle's moving. Whoops. I done messed up there. I'm trying not to have to keep stopping. Just gonna power my way through this. Oops. Damn it, I hit the wrong button, now I have to stop. Oh, it's still lowered? Okay. Hello? No. No. Hold on. There you go. Last time I was in OC was the Friday that the tornado, and SVRP was Thursday night for a couple of hours. Shut the computer off and haven't fired it back up since. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you were on OC for what, 30 minutes, and then you came over and bothered me because you couldn't find any tornadoes. And then you logged off, and then those tornadoes came back. It was like, oh, biker's here. We better stop the tornadoes. Okay, biker logged off. Let's restart the tornadoes. I still haven't been in SVRP. 68% complete with this field. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little bit, didn't it get cultivated? Oh no. The other contract's finished. That's probably that field over there, the field 8. Somewhere over there, whatever the tractor is. Should be able to see it if it's... I'm not seeing it though. Might be on the far side of the field. But I started this field, but 2 fields after 102, and I'm now beating the AI on 102. Granted, I think this field is smaller than field 102. Plus, I'm also missing some spots. Ooh, getting close, getting close, good. Gotta back up a little bit. Yeah. Hi, from Australia, AU. Elza, Lei how are you doing? What troubles have you been causing? Hi, Papa Chuck. What troubles have you been causing? And you can't say none, Chuck. Because we know you better than that. Well, how are you doing in Australia? Aussie land. Been a long time since I've been to Australia. Okay. Gotta move this way and then turn around. And go like this. There we go. %95 complete. You okay? Cool. All good? Cool. Oh, did I not finish that row? Okay, I guess I'm going to do that row. That'd probably be almost all that I need to do. Get back up. What, winter time down there? 'Cause it's summer here. It's so funny to say that I went to Sydney, Australia, and Perth, Australia, in August, when it's like winter time down there. Oh, I'm done with cultivating this field. The contract has been completed, so I don't have to continue doing this. I'm just gonna get to the end and stop. Then I'll just go collect, 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 collect. It's 2 a.m. Hold on. Well, it's 2:08 a.m. in Sydney, so you have to be on the east coast of Australia, huh? Oh, my tractor's going. This guy's still... Oh my gosh. Takes forever on that. I'm at 109,000. That should be enough to pay for all of the loan interest till January. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to get rid of the loan payment, but I also want to upgrade my tractors so that I can use better equipment. Oh, it even looks like you missed a spot, bud. Even the AI missed a spot. Oh no, the AI missed a spot. Oh well. Just hold down the bush a little bit. If I go here to here. Oh, they've changed location. That's interesting. Boat. Melbourne, Victoria. Oh gosh, that's southwest of Sydney, huh? Or west by southwest, I think. I could totally be wrong on that. Yes, more or KL. Nor KL. Alright, that contract's done. Get that money. 24 grand. And then he's going to say, worker H stopped working unexpectedly. Vehicle was removed. Ha ha ha. More or less. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a couple days in Sydney for a wedding, and then I went to Perth and spent a couple days there. All during the same week. Let's see, any other contract? There's another cultivating field. That's so close. Alright, let's do that one. I don't need, no, wait, oh, there's a wait on, right. Oh, wrong field. This one, no, over here. Okay. Do this, rotate this way. Oh. Gold. Oh, no, no. Oops, nope, nope. Getting the wrong way. On the wrong way, there you go. Wasn't this the same cultivator I was just using? Oh well. Oh, both Mia and Albie are awake. Guess it's all after 9 a.m. It is. It's also 1 p.m. In game time, which is fine. Oops, what? Something happened. Just want to keep going. And this way. I'm. It still allowed me to cultivate some in that field, even though I'm not really supposed to. Okay, that's strange. But oh well. Mia, do you have to lick my foot? Yeah. We're located in Central Vic. My husband and I have come across from our farm, Western Australia, to help with harvesting here on my husband's parents' farm. Oh, nice. What type of farm? Because I was staying at a sheep farm just outside of Perth. I grew up on a cattle farm. Well, I say I grew up, but I only lived there until I was at 13. So some people's depends on people's definition of growing up. I'm playing Farm Sim, where I cultivating a lot today. That's all I've been doing today. Tomorrow we'll be planting. Once we'll be planting those fields tomorrow. Yeah, with that small planter from like 1920s. You'll also be selling some harvest too. Our farm in Western Australia is mostly wheat and canola. My parents' in-laws' farm are currently harvesting rice. Oh, okay. They have rice fields in Farm Sim 25. Is it, you're a big fan of Farm Sim? Yeah. It's funny because I'm not a big fan of doing the animal stuff. Yeah, the animal stuff I'm not a big fan of. The growing crops, planting crops, harvesting crops, I like to do that. And yet, I lived on the cow farm until I was 13, so. Yes, at long last, rice. Yeah. They have long grain and short grain rice on here, and there's two different ways of planting it and two different ways of harvesting it. I don't know how different that is from real life. Although, like, what, a month ago I played a IT support sim, and I was complaining about how things are in the game that are so different compared to my experience in real life. It's pretty close to the real thing. Okay. I mean, you can't really make it exactly like the real thing. I understand that, but getting it close was better than nothing. One of the things I like to tell people about growing up on a farm, when I turned 4, I was given the task of being woken up at 5 in the about 5 in the morning, given a couple a carton, sometimes 2, and had to go out to the chicken pen to grab eggs for breakfast that morning. I learned to ride horses. I learned to drive on a tractor when I was 8. I was driving a pickup truck by the time I was 10. And then family sold the farm, and I ended up in a career in IT, information technology. So much different from farming. I mean, I was even taught like how to handle a gun at a young age. My dad's Marine, my grandfather Marine, teach me gun safety at a young age. Actually, my grandfather was a drill sergeant in the Marine Corps, so if I wasn't medically denied to join the Army, not the Army, the Air Force, because of my hearing, some of those drill sergeants might have been like, dude, did you come from another branch? Like, no, I was trained by, my grandfather was a Marine drill sergeant, so I was trained by him. There we go. There's lots of stone on this field. You might want to pick up those stones, bud. %98 complete. What? Alright, Mia, hold on. Alright, contract's finished. And collect. So this is the type of tractor that I learned how to drive on. 1930 era John Deere tractor. But anyway, it's that time for me to go. My dogs are begging for a walk. So, we'll hit this button right here. Thank you guys for joining. We have a youth camp on our farm back in Western Australia for problematic children. They really seem to enjoy farming life. That's good news. That is good news. Oh. Okay, that's what that message is for. That's fine. Biker! Later, everybody, biker. Yeah, so if you are on YouTube, sorry, I can't really... Ooh, is Old Connect still? No, Old Connect's not streaming. I would have rated Old Connect on Twitch. Let's go say hi to Tony. So if you're on YouTube, sorry, I can't raid on out. So I just end stream. You guys have a nice day, cause as much trouble as you can, and see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific. Back to farming tomorrow. And dismiss. And